Hey,
What's up? Hey, just want to say what's up to Samantha and all of her fans and all of her friends who are listening in. And, thank you, Samantha, for taking time out of your busy schedule, just to come and hang out with us for a little while.
no problem. No problem. My pleasure.
Hey, I tell you what, Samantha, man.
Put the light on me. Huh?
Oh, yeah, we gotta put the spotlight on you,
The spotlight.
No, I'm going to take it out because it's too much.
Yeah,
You're fine. You're fine. I was just joking with you. I'm messing
right.
with you. I do that.
Yeah, we gotta put that
Oh,
spotlight.
well, good. I'm glad she can. Ooh, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
right.
yeah, boy. Well,
You are in
Samantha,
good company, girl.
Samantha, how has it been going, baby? I mean, you just released your latest single entitled Intercession.
Yes, I did.
Okay, give us an idea as to what led up to that particular project.
Well, right when I was writing Intercession, I actually was dealing with the passing of my grandmother.
Okay.
And I was actually, that Intercession is the first gospel song that I've wrote, like, in its entirety. My producer kind of wrote a part of it, but that's like my first gospel record that I can actually say that, hey, I wrote this and I put it out.
Mm-hmm.
And I was trying to think, like, okay, how do I write this? What angle do I take? And I just decided to say, you know what, I'm just going to write about what I'm going through right now.
Right.
And at that moment, I was just feeling so, like, lost and just, I've never experienced a death so close to me ever before. That's my first experience with death like that.
Right.
And I was just like, I don't know what to do. But as a Christian, I know that I have to seek him first. So it was kind of like a cry out to him, like, all right, we're going to battle with this thing, but I need you and I need you to have my back. So it's kind of like a prostrate fall on my face, God help me please type thing.
Okay.
You know, because I knew it was going to be a battle, but I knew that the only thing I could do was call on him. So that's basically what led up to the song. And I didn't even really decide that I was going to call it Intercession until I realized what I was singing about and what was happening. It's just like, oh, I need him to intercede for me. I need to intercede for myself. So it's, I called it Intercession for that reason.
So, do you feel like was it therapeutic?
Oh,
you writing
yes.
the song, was this what actually helped you get over?
I mean, I'm not completely over.
Yeah, that's
these
something.
things don't happen so
you
fast.
don't get over.
It was just a year in December, so you never really
okay.
like fully over.
Yeah,
it. But it did help me get through and help me to learn how to cope in a healthy way.
Okay.
So yes, I can
Okay.
say yes, it was therapeutic.
Okay, that's great.
Right. So, have you always done gospel music, or have you done other varied genres of music?
I've done other genres of music. Actually, well, I started in the church. You know, that's everybody's story. Well, I started singing in the church from a little baby. That's everybody's kind of story. Kind of everybody's story. But
Right.
I know God gave me a vision, and He told me that He doesn't want my ministry to stop at the four walls of the church.
Right.
He wants me to go out in the field and work and minister to the people and show them the love of Christ.
Right.
You know, and that's what I decided to do. So anything that I've ever done, any music that I've ever sung, that I've ever put out, always had a positive message and one that can like exude Christ and show who He is. And so, with that being said, no, I've sung other genres as well. I actually put out a pop song called Microscopic, and it's just, that song is just kind of like an anthem for everybody, whoever was made to feel like they were smaller than whatever they actually are. You know, the song says, I'm not microscopic, I'm not small, I'm bigger than your expectations of me, I'm bigger than the box that you try to put me in.
Okay.
So it's kind of contemporary,
Yeah,
but it's empowering. It's definitely inspirational.
Inspirational.
Very nice.
That's what's
Very
up,
nice.
I like to check that song out. Where can I go and listen to it?
It's on iTunes. It's on iTunes and kind of all digital outlets.
Okay.
Google Play,
Uh-huh.
Spotify, Tidal. It's pretty much everywhere.
Okay.
Well, how long have you been singing, Samantha?
I've been singing all my life, literally, and I know that's everybody's
Yes,
answer.
no, since about 3 years old,
But
she's been singing.
I've asked my parents, and they told me that since I was a little baby, they would take me to a piano, and any note that they press, I'll be able to sing it. They'll press it, and I'll sing back the note to them.
Right.
So that's their story. That's what they told me. I can't make this
I
up.
believe it. I believe it. I believe it because that's how my kids started singing.
Yeah, I can't make it up. That's what they told me. They said from the time I could speak was the time I started singing.
But Samantha, at what point in time did you realize that, wow, you know what, I want to do this, as a profession?
That's a great question, actually. I realized this Well, first of all, it goes back to me actually realizing that I wanted to do music.
Right.
I didn't even realize. I mean, I'm West Indian, and a lot of our parents are just like, music is not the way to go, and you need to have job security. Go be a nurse. Go be a doctor. Go be a teacher. And I mean, it sounds kind of harsh. I don't want to say they don't push us to fight to reach for our dreams, but they want
you to be sustainable.
Right. So
they want dream on something that's going to bring you some pay your bills.
So they want our dreams to be one of the dreams that they have in their head.
Right.
Yes.
Like, not exactly their dreams, but one of the 10 dreams they got in their head.
Yes.
But I realized I really liked music when I was in my band room. I was in the Brooklyn Steppers Marching Band. I was playing trombone, and I snuck. My mother didn't even know I was a part of that band. My mother and my father. No, I snuck.
Yeah.
Because I was a kid that if I felt like there was nothing wrong with it, I did it. Even if my parents said no, it's just like, well, this is something good. I gotta do it. And I just did it anyway. I mean, that's not good. You're not supposed to disobey your parents. But
yes, no.
I was that kid.
It didn't work out well for everybody.
I was in that band for 2 years before I let my parents know I was in that band.
Wow.
2 years.
Traveling and
so
everything.
Sorry,
Mom. Sorry, Mom.
Let's get back to the traveling. How did you do that?
How did you manage to be in a band for 2 years?
I can't get that
trombone.
secret.
How did you have
Yes. Okay. First, I was on cymbals because, I can't give out my secret.
Okay.
I was first on cymbals, and then when I let my mother know I was in it, she kind of was like, "Oh, we want you to play a real instrument," and I was a little offended. I'm like, "The cymbals is a real instrument. That takes skill. I'm twirling them things. Look, that's a skill, okay." But I said, you know what? Why not? It's not gonna hurt. I'll learn to play the trombone. It looked kind of fun, so I went and I actually went and I learned how to play the trombone, and I was in the trombone section, and she was okay with me playing an actual instrument, that's
actual, yes.
So it was one day, our one of our arrangers, his name is Thomas Jones. He's a phenomenal arranger. He right now works at the North Carolina A&T band.
Oh yeah,
marching band.
Yeah,
he arranges.
Steel.
Yeah, the Cold Steel is the drum line. Oh Lord.
Yeah.
And the Aggie.
It's okay. Listen, this is par for the course with this one.
No. Cold Steel.
Green steel.
Not blue steel. Cold steel.
Green steel.
No.
That's just what he said.
It's Cold Steel. Oh Lord. Get your facts. I got friends that are in Cold Steel. They probably watching. Look. They probably watching.
Listen, guys. Don't take offense. It's just JB.
Listen.
He meant green.
Yes.
But yeah, so it's not. I was in that band room and we were playing. It was just so beautiful. And I'm playing my horn and just the chords that we had some 9-year-olds in the band and I think the age group was like from around there to like 17 when you're in high school when you're about to graduate. But I was playing my horn and it was one of these chords. I don't know what it was, but it was just so beautiful. One of these, fat, big 6-part chords.
Right.
It was just so beautiful, and I began to the tears started rolling down my face. I'm like, oh, this is so beautiful. Like, this is worship. Like, God made this, and I started to worship. Like, it's so crazy. It's like God made music, and all these thoughts was going through my head while we're playing, and I'm like, this is so beautiful, and it's making me feel amazing, and God created this. Wow. Thank you, Jesus. Wow. And that's where my relationship with God started as well.
Okay.
Within a secular organization. Ain't that crazy?
Yeah.
Okay.
But that's where it all started, and I decided from then that music was going to have some type of precedence in my future. Okay. But it wasn't until I was in the Aeolians at Oakwood University.
Okay, OU. Okay.
At OU. We were in Russia. We were in Russia. Do you even know what OU is?
Come on, man.
At T.I.
I'm joking. I know. You're in Venice. I know.
You're supposed to be on my side.
You have to like girl power.
No, she caught on quick. She caught on quick.
Yeah, but I'm trying to invite people while I'm talking. Look, I'm a multitask. Us women can multitask.
Oh, that's all right. Yeah, I got my computer over here. I'm logging in music. I'm live on one phone. I'm recording you on another.
I'll come better prepared. I'll bring my iPad, my iMac, my MacBook.
Everything.
Everything.
All the
my
gadgets.
iWatch. Everything.
Oh, my battery's dying.
Before you leave.
Yeah,
We'll set it up before you leave.
But it's not until I was on that stage in Russia, and we were singing. I remember all these moments. It's crazy. I remember every moment and how I felt in each moment. And we were singing Amazing Grace. And mind you, these are Russians. They don't speak English.
What brought you to Russia?
Oh, the Aeolians at Oakland University. The Aeolians are the university choir, and they're the traveling choir.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
World traveling.
Yeah.
Wow.
World traveling, girl. Hey, send your kiss to OU.
All right. I believe he knows that. Yeah, that's gospel. I believe it.
But no, seriously, we were singing Amazing Grace. I will never forget Dr. James Max Ferdinand. He was directing us. And we're singing, and it was, mind you, we didn't use any microphones, but the acoustics in there were just so amazing. The sound filled the whole auditorium, their newly built auditorium that we got to sing in. And they started singing with us. And it was just like, but they were singing in their own language. And he was directing them, and he was directing us, and we would sing a part in English, and he would turn to them, and then sing a part in Russian, and he would turn back to us, and we'll sing a part in English, and then we started singing together, and it's the same melody, just different languages, but the same words. That was just so powerful with me. We were able to connect through music, and that moment was so powerful for all of us that was in the choir. And we went backstage, and we all just started boo-hooing. Like my Aeolians, we are a boo-hoo choir. Okay, listen, we cry at every drop of anything, and we went backstage and we were just crying because that moment was so overwhelming to see how they were just all touched through. They didn't know what we were saying on the other songs, but that song they knew. But they could feel the emotion.
But you can feel it.
Emotion. It didn't matter
you don't
what
have to
we
understand what's being said. You can feel
and
it.
They felt us, and they were so pulled in. And they're known for people who don't have much emotion, but we brought that emotion out of them through music.
Wow!
Like it was
awesome.
It was not until that moment, that moment right there, I realized, you know what? I got to do this for the rest of my life. I got to feel this. This is a natural. I don't need no drug, ever, because this feels.
That's a natural high.
Wow. That's when I realized. Jinx. That's when I think, how old was I? I had to be like 21 maybe, somewhere around there. But that's when I realized, okay, this is definitely what I have to do for the rest of my life and nothing else.
Okay, so with that in mind, Samantha,
I talked your ear off, huh?
No.
No, but Samantha, with that in mind, how has the journey been? I mean, the music landscape is so different today.
Yeah.
And how have you navigated, through the challenges within the current music industry?
Challenges. They have this thing about the gatekeepers. I don't even know who the gatekeepers are or how to get to them. I'm just trying. Okay. I'm just trying my best. I'm trying to just get, the message of God out there and just grind and go hard. Just, stay focused.
Right.
I've been calling radio stations. I talk to friends who I trust. Okay. I always research. Every day I wake up, I research on how I can just be successful in this field. I have to stay connected to God, of course. Okay. But, I mean, I haven't really met any big challenges as of yet. I hope it stays that way, but I haven't really ran into any huge challenges. This gospel thing is actually pretty fresh for me.
Okay.
So I'm just trying to build my fan base. New York is rough, y'all. New York is rough. New York is
New
rough.
Jersey, listen, New Jersey's rough.
New York is rough.
New Jersey's rough. New Jersey's rough on New Jersey. We're rough on each other.
New York is rough. People will smile in your face, but you gotta show them what you got before they even try to put you on anything. It's almost like you gotta prove yourself. And I mean, look, I'm working hard, so hopefully my work will show.
You gotta prove yourself every single time.
You gotta prove yourself every single time. And don't you ever have one bad moment, honey. That one bad moment is on Facebook Live.
Is gonna send you back
150 times. Okay, you heard about that demonic cord thing that got. Listen, nobody heard about that?
No.
The what?
Okay, let me not bring it up. But that
Wait,
it was just a reference. I'm just saying, you do one thing and it's on Facebook Live and it's shit. The same thing with Kim Burrell. She said one thing, and guess what? One person Facebook Lived it, and the whole world saw it.
Yeah.
So you just gotta
be careful.
You gotta be careful. You gotta make sure you're on point, and just be prepared, man.
Okay, so does this mean that that your concentration is now in gospel? Is that what this means?
That's a hard question. You could say yes.
So then, here's a question then. What can we expect as far as an album? Are you going to do a gospel album for Intercession, or is Intercession just going to be its own single?
Oh, that's an easy question. And I'm gonna have a worship EP.
Okay.
Listen, after that whole experience with losing my grandmother, and I became more connected to God. He spoke to me through other people and through just like he just revealed himself as well. And he told me that he wants me. He said, Samantha, you need to go ahead and do this gospel album. And I said, all right, Lord.
Okay.
I'ma listen to you and I'ma do this thing. I was always afraid to do gospel because the whole culture, man, it's just all scary. It's a little interesting, and the culture that I'm from in the Adventist church, I'm gonna talk about this because in the Adventist church we can sit down and nobody will say, when somebody's singing, we can sit down and bop our heads maybe and raise our hand or not raise our hand, and nobody will say, oh, they weren't feeling me, oh, they was shady because they were sitting down. We would just think, you know what, that's just how they are, even though it doesn't feel a little encouraging, but we won't take it to heart. And in the Sunday world, the other denominations, you sit down, they be like, oh, you sat on us. I'm like, wait, hold up, my feet was high. I enjoyed you though. Oh, really? Did you really enjoy me? I didn't see you standing. It's just like, I really didn't mean it like that, you know? Like, so it's kind of every little thing. I think the challenges are, for me, I have to learn the culture of that side of the gospel world. I just got to learn the culture. But that, I felt a little... I don't know. It was just a lot of pressure for me. It's just like, oh, I don't want to do the wrong thing. Yeah. I don't want to sit on you. I like you. I don't want to sit on you. I don't want you to think I don't like you. But my feet tired right now. Okay, I'll take off my shoes. All right. But hold up. Okay, I got to smile while I'm standing. Okay, cool. Like, it's just, it's a lot. And then when you walk in, they want to walk you up to the front. Oh, such and such walked in the building. Come, we got a seat for you right in the front. How long? Can I just sit in the back? Can I just? And everybody watching you. Oh, did you see how such and such looked at? I just... that's what I was scared of, that whole thing. Oh, her skirt too tight. Oh, her pants too tight. That skirt too short. Did you see her breasts is out? It's like, miss, like, I don't know. It's just it's a lot.
Judge not.
It's a lot. It's a lot.
Lest ye be judged.
It's a lot, and I just didn't want to. It's a lot of drama. But
you know, that's really sad to hear. In gospel, you know, the drama, you know,
drama's everywhere.
Well, that's what I mean. But you would expect that, you know, you're out here singing something positive, you know, uplifting, and you're worrying about, you know, and God said this and God said that, but ooh, look at her skirt. You know, that's just
the Christian world is so. People probably they're not gonna like what I'm saying right now, but whatever. The Christian world it's a little less forgiving. Look at what Michelle did. When Michelle said she was going to go gospel from Destiny's Child. Remember when she said she was going to go gospel first? Yeah. And then she came back with, oh, he looking good and he talking right. And everybody was like, miss, wasn't you just doing gospel? And it kind of like shut down from her. Yeah. Like, it's just like, well,
you know what? I think that her play kind of was, at that time, she was trying to make a name for herself. And she had a better chance of making a name for herself as part of Destiny's Child, which after she left, she actually did go into gospel.
We were so mean to her for doing that, and it's just like,
I agree.
Wow.
I agree.
And I'm sure it hurt her feelings.
Well, you know what?
She was getting checks.
Listen, here's my thing. I think that
there's still people too.
She could have came straight from another group. She came in. I
get
that,
why. I get why.
I agree with you.
Like,
I agree that they were not forgiving, but I felt like they were going to be unforgiving regardless of where she came from.
Of course, but I just all of that. I'm watching all of that, and it's like I was scared, but it's just like, you know what, that you got challenges everywhere, but wherever God wants you to be, He will protect you. You know, He will. You know,
a way of this. And what's important is a person always has to like be aware, that sense of awareness, because you know, Christians can be some trips sometimes, man. You know, they can be very judgmental. You know, but I guess that's why it's important for one to maintain their focus and know why they do what they do and understand what their missions and their objectives are musically, man. Because music sometimes can be a slippery slope. I mean, on both sides, you know, it can be. So wow, that's
Yeah, I just learned that I had
Yeah.
what gave me peace was I kind of just had to understand that that's gonna be everywhere. It just looks different. It's kind of like the grass is greener effect. Like,
Yeah.
that's gonna be everywhere. Everyone judges. We are all human.
Absolutely.
Everyone judges, and it's not until I understood or accepted the fact that everyone's gonna judge in some type of way that because we're human. It happens. It's our nature.
Yeah.
Oh, look, did you see what? She did not flip her hair properly. Did you see what happened? She almost tripped. She don't know how to walk properly. Duck feet. You know, like you know, like it could be anything. It could be anything. Everybody judges. Everybody judges.
with duct
And-
tape.
What?
Okay.
Everybody judges. So I had to become comfortable.
Just,
with
no, I
that.
mean, like, I was just trying.
Duct tape. I'm like, duct tape for what? Your shoes?
That she
Duck-
said feet.
No,
Duck
duck
feet. Duck
feet.
feet.
She said duck feet.
With like the way how you walk, duck feet.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Oh, boy.
But yeah.
Oh God. Okay, listen. With that in mind, in terms of your album projects, I mean, are you using local producers or?
I have one producer that I'm working with right now.
Okay. Okay.
He couldn't make it tonight, but
Okay. Okay. All right. And let's
So
see.
can we see you live anywhere in the near future?
not in New York. I think my next date is in Atlanta.
Okay.
But I will definitely keep y'all
So
posted.
what are you?
Absolutely. I
Is
got
this
you
a
on the ground, so
tour?
I'm following
No, it's not a tour, but I just, where he sends me, I shall go.
you.
Okay. All right. I like that.
But
Me
yeah,
trying to roll
I'll be
picture.
in Atlanta next and then
Oh,
Tennessee.
another mic, I'm gonna use yours.
Huh? Oh, you can.
Use that one.
I was listening to a little bit of your music, and you definitely got that Yolanda Adams type feel. When I was,
Yolanda Adams,
yeah,
that's a new one.
Yeah, I was listening
I've
to a
never
little
got
bit.
that one before.
If you went on tour, who would be an artist that you?
That's easy.
Go ahead, tell me.
Sorry, I'll let you finish. If I was
Yeah,
to go
yeah,
on tour,
but that's it. If you was going on tour, who's the artist you'd like to open up for and why?
Ty Tribbett,
Wow. Okay.
Travis Green, Ty Tribbett, Travis Green. They're like my favorite right now.
And why?
They just, I love Ty Tribbett. I really do love Ty Tribbett. His spirit is amazing, and he reminds me of myself. He has a lot of energy. He's very high energy, and his style of music is more kind of like what I would do. I've always said that Ty Tribbett's music is kind of like what I would do if I was to ever go gospel,
Gotcha.
which is. I think I'm kind of doing what he's
Yeah.
doing. But I've always said that I love his feel, and Travis Green has the same type of feel. I just love it. It's kind of like a blended gospel / CCM / radicalness, like
Wow.
theatrical radicalness,
Yes.
and it's all of that. I love it. I love it. I love it. Daryl Walls. Oh my gosh, Daryl Walls. He is
From the
amazing.
Walls Group.
Yes,
Yes.
Daryl Walls is phenomenal, and just his musical mind is just so crazy what he comes up with, and then the sincerity of his heart and of his worship is just, especially for he's the same age as me,
Wow.
and it's just like wow, like that. I love his worship and heart. It's amazing. So I mean, Liv Ray, I love Liv Ray as well. Hezekiah Walker. Oh, I love him. I love Hezekiah Walker.
Got about 18 in already.
I'm sorry. Listen,
This is a
Hezekiah-
mega concert.
Yeah.
These are very
This is
expensive
a mega
tickets.
concert
I
right
grew
here.
up
These
on
are very
Hez.
expensive tickets.
I was
Exactly.
watching Hez's VHS tapes,
Uh-huh.
okay, because I'm Adventist, so
Mhm.
I was watching his VHS tapes in my basement on a Friday night. Every Friday night to open the Sabbath, I watched all his VHSs. I know every song. I think every song that he came up with up until that I Need You to Survive album, I knew every word to it.
Wow.
Like, Hezekiah Walker, I love that. He
Yeah.
was the first gospel artist that I was standing for. You know what they call a stand?
No.
A stand is kind of like a fan, a stand is a fan, like a super fan.
Mm-hmm.
It's basically like you go hard for that
Yeah.
artist and you stand up for them, kind of
Gotcha.
like them Beyonce stands that go
Oh,
crazy.
yeah.
Oh,
Now what you're talking about.
okay.
Hezekiah Walker was like the
Oh, the
first
Beehive.
gospel artist
Yeah,
that
yeah.
that I was standing for.
Got you.
And then Kurt Franklin, he's amazing. I love his radicalness as
Yeah.
well. And he's just not afraid.
He's not. He's
invincible.
not.
And I love a lot of artists. I'm sorry, I can't just pick one.
Got you.
If
Yeah,
I
see
did
that.
have
That's
to
about
pick
12
one,
you picked already.
if I had to pick one, I probably would pick Ty Tribbett.
Okay.
All right, listen, everybody. We are interviewing with Samantha Howard, and we're going to take a break, and we'll be right back. up? Yo, thank you so much for coming in. And we're talking about your brand new single entitled Intercession. And what we're going to do is we're going to pull that up in a couple of minutes, and we're going to play that, you know, to give our listening audience an opportunity to hear that wonderful rendition of Intercession that you did in the studio. All right, so Samantha, when you're out ministering to people, what are you hoping to accomplish through your ministry?
I just want to show them the love of Christ, and I don't want to show them. I want them to see God for Jesus for who He is and who He was, and He was a very personable person. He wasn't uptight, you know. He was very down to earth. He hung out with everybody, and he loves us unconditionally, and that's just what I want to show them through my music.
The song?
And I want to.
No, I didn't.
And I also want to show them I guess not show them, but I just want to help people through the healing power of music as well.
So, Samantha, it's been a young person. I mean, okay, you hang with youngsters all the time.
Youngsters? Youngsters? Did you just say youngsters?
Yeah, we can go get pop.
You hang with young people all the time. You know what I mean? And give us a sense of what their perception of God is.
Which youngsters?
Okay.
And what age group?
Age group 20 until 40. Yeah.
Those are youngsters?
That's not youngsters.
Young people.
How old are you?
Young people.
Youngsters is like 12, 13.
Young
like
people.
teenagers.
Okay, listen, you guys got to understand a point of reference. Maybe that was the wrong word.
Yeah,
to
we
use,
didn't.
But you got to understand a point of reference. I work with kids every day, so don't take it wrong. So that's a part of the vernacular. That's a part of the vocabulary.
Okay,
so let's say young adults.
Okay,
Yeah,
younger. That's
Young
better.
adults. Is that better?
That's better.
Okay, all right, there you go. Okay. Young adults. Okay.
You said what is their perception of
Yeah,
who
what is their
Jesus is?
perception of who Jesus is? Yeah.
The people that I hang around, well, I can say our because we share the same views. I feel like my friends and we are like-minded individuals. Because I feel like you should be equally yoked in every aspect. Like the people you hang around, the relationships that you have.
Right.
We believe. You said who Jesus is, right?
Correct.
Just feel like he's a non-judgmental person who
Okay.
just really, really, really loves us and wants to save us at all costs. All costs. You know, sometimes that does not look pretty. Saving us at all costs does not always look pretty.
Right.
But that's what it is. He wants to save us at all costs. So whatever he can do to make sure that we make it in, he's gonna do it because that's how much he loves us. You know, it's kind of like that parent that knows that the punishment is gonna hurt their child, but they know that it's gonna make in the moment.
Right.
It's gonna make them better in the end. It probably might hurt them a little bit to, you know, discipline them, but in the end, they know that it's gonna make them better.
Yeah, they get over that.
Right. So that's just kind of like.
Oh, no, I meant the parents getting over
yeah,
the
yeah.
beating the kids. I'm over it. Yeah, that first couple times, I don't want to do this. And you asked for it.
Yeah, absolutely.
So that's how we see it. He's trying to save us. Everything that we go through is for us. It's not to us.
Right, right.
It's not happening to us. It's like, you know, like, but it's for us to save us. So that's how we see it. He's very merciful. He's loving. He's our friend. He's a cool guy. You know, some people make him seem uptight.
Right.
And he's not uptight. Like, he hung out with, like, whores and stuff. Like, he's down to earth. He did. Like, he was around everybody.
Yes, no, I know.
He was hanging out with...
I just wasn't expecting whores.
Yes, and he was hanging out with tax collectors back in the day. Those were, like, the people you stayed away from. They were really bad liars, really big liars, and, you know, people...
Oh, attorneys?
Yeah, like, tax collectors... That was, like, a person that you stayed away from, but he hung up. You know, like, come on.
Yeah.
He hung out with everybody. He did not judge anyone.
So, Samantha, in light of the political landscape, you know, there's been a lot happening in the political landscape within the past 3 or 4 years, you know, and do you feel as though artists should have some, in other words, what do you think the role of the artist is in terms of addressing the political climate in our country?
Wow. Political, you know how they say church and state shouldn't mix. I don't know, the church, those views are just, that's like a sticky subject. It's a real sticky subject. And when it comes to, and I know a lot of Christians get backlash for it, our first, when things happen in the political world that are just outrageous, our first thought is to be like, what is going on? No, send that person to, like, that's our first reaction. But like, honestly, our what we should do is love on people. We should love and pray for the best, and pray and trust that everything is working out for his good. God, Jesus has his hand on everything, and everything happens for a reason. He's not going to allow something to happen that's going to be the destruction of us. Like, so we have to trust that. And in those moments, we quickly forget, or we say that, oh no, this is the exception. We get to break the rules, but we still got to be Christians in that moment. And it's hard for us because a lot of the things that are happening politically are outrageous. And I'm not even gonna I try not to. I was very passionate throughout the election campaign, and I just decided to be quiet because it's such a sensitive topic, especially for Christians. And I decided that I'm just gonna pray for everybody.
It's any minority. Period.
No, we still got to remember to be Christians in those moments, and we quickly forget. It's just like, I love you, Jesus. Hold up, you did what? Like, it's
See, I listen. Okay, no, I won't.
Don't.
No, leave it.
I don't.
We were just Linda. She's one of our co-hosts. She just did a entertainment segment on Chance the Rapper, and it was basically noting how he has donated $1 million, to the educational system there in Chicago, and how he's making difference in the lives of so many youngsters or young people.
Youngsters, there you go with that word again.
Okay, all right. He's making such a positive difference, for young people there in Chicago, and they're giving him kudos for that.
Yeah.
And then there's this other artist, Akon.
Yes.
Yeah.
Akon. Oh Lord, Icon. Icon, because he's iconic. Because he's iconic, huh?
Yeah, because he's iconic.
Oh man.
Akon, and because of Akon, millions of people in Africa now has electricity.
And that's amazing.
Yes, absolutely. And I guess the reason why I point that out is because, this is not something that they necessarily have to do.
Yeah.
But, seeing a need and using their platform for the greater good, of humanity.
Mm-hmm.
What are your thoughts about that in terms of artists using their platform for the general good of humanity? What are your thoughts about that?
I think it's amazing. Why not? Everybody